Welcome back. Joining us now is Emmerson Russell, President and CEO of Emmerson Russell Management Corporation. I feel funny having to introduce you. Everybody in Chattanooga knows you anyway, don't they?
Well, maybe not everybody.
Well, maybe. Okay, so for those of you who didn't, now you do. And we've got an exciting announcement that you made a couple weeks ago about your acquisition of a company called U.S. Cavalry and about expanding that in Chattanooga. And so is this a bunch of people on horseback that go and take charge of events, or?
Well, I think it sprang from that many years ago, but it's basically a uniform, any type of items that a soldier may want or need, backpacks, the whole 9 yards, and it's located down in Rossville, Georgia.
Okay. And you're going to move the company, or you're going to leave it in Rossville, or what's your plans?
No, we moved it here from Radcliffe, Kentucky, just about 6 or 7 weeks ago. Okay. And the company, we shut down shipping for about 7 days, and we moved all of the items here, and we started moving in on a Monday. And our first shipment went out on Thursday of that week.
Wow.
Wow. A little over 40,000 items on the shelf down there. It's a miniature Amazon.
Yeah, well, gosh, that's great. And it serves, is it just the military, or is it police and
They
security?
do a lot of fire and police around the country, but their main focus has been for the military officers all around the world, not just in the U.S., but Afghanistan and Kuwait and a lot of different areas that they service military.
That's great.
And I understand you're moving to Alton Park, which is obviously a part of town that needs some economic revitalization, so that's wonderful. Can you talk about the Hub Zone certification that you're applying for and what that means and what that might do?
Well, you know, we're just honored to be in that area, even though it's a hub zone. It brings forth a real good workforce. We've got plenty of good applicants, and at this point in time, 90% of the employees come from that area.
That's awesome.
So that's been real good for the community, I think, and for me, giving back to the community means as much or more than trying to make a dollar.
Absolutely.
But you've had a history of making $1.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good thing,
Yeah.
too.
Well, I'm in business to make money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love if you could kind of tell us about, you told me one day about how you kind of got into some of these businesses or branches off of your original business, and I think it's such a fascinating story. If you can give us a short version of that.
Well, many years ago, I started out back in '72 as polygraph and investigations, and then we got involved with security because we did some polygraph work on security guards, and they were the ones that was doing the stealing, and so the owner of that particular company wanted us to get into the security business, and we eventually did for them. They were our first customer, and then our second major customer was Northgate Mall, and so it just sprang from there.
Well, it's a great story, and you are a true serial entrepreneur, and that's a great history that Chattanooga has, and you're an actual poster boy for that. So we appreciate your coming to share that with us today.
Well, thank you.
How many employees do you think you'll end up with in that U.S. Cavalry company?
In that area, probably over the next 2 years, it'd be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 50 to 60 employees.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably down there right now in the neighborhood of 25 to 30.
Great. And your total, all of your companies rolled up, you're now employing 6,000 or?
About 6,600.
Wow.
Yeah. In 46 states. Yeah.
Well, Emmerson, we sure appreciate you coming in today and sharing your story. It's a great Chattanooga story, but we have to go to break now, so please join us. We'll be right back after this.